Hello, I'm Deborah.
Hey, I'm Cedric.
And we chose assignment 4A, which is The New Negro by Alan Locke.
Okay, you feel me? We're going to start out with question 1, you feel me? I got a question for you, feel me? You know what I'm saying? What does it mean to be the new Negro?
Okay, in my opinion, I feel like, I was reading the book, and early in the passage, it kind of describes the old slave as somebody who you can hear the weight of a slave's chain and everything he or she says or does. But the new Negro is somebody that is not afraid to hold their tongue, somebody that will speak out against the white community and doesn't tolerate any racism. That's what I feel like a new Negro is, somebody who stands up and speaks out. What about you? What did you learn from the book?
Okay, I learned that the American Negro is not such a human being, but more like a formula. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like he is very controversial. You feel me? And something to be argued about.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? So like saying like, for instance, the European taking us from Africa, you feel me, and throwing something in us like a formula, like, you know what I'm saying, giving us different things that's different than our culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that perspective. I can see that perspective.
Yeah. So, in the 21st century, what does it mean to be a new Negro?
I believe that it involves having a sense of fearlessness and empowerment towards like the white community. You can still see this in the 21st century because, unfortunately, people still hold on to their racist views or ideologies, and you can see it now. We're still fighting for equal rights. We're still fighting for freedom, and it may not be seen in like the former Jim Crow laws, but it's seen in more subtle forms like that you wouldn't even think about, like in our everyday life or whatever. But it's still a fight and a struggle in the 21st century, and honestly, it pretty much will always be because people are still stuck in that same mindset of having racist views that have been passed down from generation to generation.
True. Give me like a reason to like support that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a little reason. I want you to give me your.
Okay. You know who Colin Kaepernick is?
Yeah.
I would say that him taking a knee during one of the NFL games to show awareness for racial injustice, whatever that's been going on for, like with the police brutality and stuff like that. He said from one of his interviews, I'm not going to stand to show pride for a country that oppresses people of color.
True.
So him taking a stand and he even like lost his job for that. So him taking a stand and like being a voice for the black community really showed an impact towards the movement. So what about you? You said that you had a reason to support. What's your reason?
Yeah, like, do you know LeBron?
Oh yeah, definitely, of course.
Yeah, okay. So like he was in a press conference one day, you know what I'm saying? And they called the president a bum. But let me go further into it. You know what I mean? So like when the Warriors won the championship, right? You know what I'm saying? They was invited to the White House. As do most sports teams that win championships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when the Warriors didn't want to go, like refused to go, like Durant, Curry, you know what I'm saying, etc. You know what I mean? The president retracted the invitation. So LeBron went on, not social media, but you know what I mean, he went in a press conference in front of TV and called the president a bum. He called him a bum because, you know what I'm saying, that's acting like a child. That's, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want nobody like that. So with LeBron saying that, you know what I mean, that was showing like a sense of fearlessness to the white community. You know what I mean? So that do support the answer 3.
Okay.
You have Hillary, who's called black teens or black kids super predators. You have Donald Trump, who's openly racist.
Is there any regret that you got into a name-calling situation with the president?
No.
Trying to remind folks, think about the pain that he may be expressing about somebody who's lost a loved one that they think was unfairly shot.